Mayor, tell us about the situation in your city. We understand most of the power has been restored, but not the water.
Let me just say this has been a tough week for people across the state of Texas and certainly even in the Houston region, where we started off with about 1.4 million people, customers without power. Now that number is under 10,000. But for that 10,000, it's still very real for them and very tough for them. So I don't want to minimize that. At the same time, there's been a cascading effect. You lose power. It, in fact, impacts the water pressure. I will say that when the water pressure falls under what we call 20 PSI, that's the regulatory requirement for it to be above, you are required to give a boil water notice. So that took place, for example, on Wednesday. As of yesterday, on Thursday, we were able to push that pressure above 20. It averaged yesterday at about 29. And today, that pressure is now above 30, and we are continuing to push it. So there are a lot more people who have water. We're still trying to push it even higher, but there are still some, especially, for example, if you live in apartments and you're on the second, third, fourth floor higher, it's going to be tough. But today it should get increasingly better. So we've made some improvement, but we still, have a way to go.
You've got at least 2 more days of freezing temperatures. What's your biggest worry going forward?
Well, my biggest worry is that as power is being restored, but water, the pipes are bursting. And I'm especially concerned for people in our low-income communities, for our seniors, who don't have the means, for example, to go to a hotel. They don't have fireplaces, for example. They don't have the means to get a plumber out there as quickly as possible. So I'm really concerned with those individuals, people who are already on the margins and they've been pushed further down. I'm concerned about those individuals who don't have insurance, don't have the financial means. And so I have put in place the steps to create a fund for those individuals who fall in those categories, because we want them to know that even after their power is restored, where they haven't suffered damages in their homes, we want to do everything we can to assist them.
Is the state and the governor's office helping you do this?
No, this is separate in part from the state and the governor's office. In fact, I have not talked to the governor at any time during this crisis.
You're the mayor of Houston. The governor of your state hasn't reached out to you since this began?
I have not talked to the governor, but we are pushing forward. We recognize that there are a lot of people who are suffering. And just bear in mind, for those who have means, yes, they're inconvenienced and they're impacted. But for those who don't have means, for those who are on the lower level of our social economic strata, they are the ones who are being devastated by these conditions and the fact that the state did not produce enough generation to prevent a lot of these blackouts. Having said all of that, I am so proud of Houstonians and people in our region who come together, who lend support, who open up their stores like Jim McAvell Gallery Furniture, open up their churches, faith-based institutions, other businesses, and people who are just giving, like people who have stepped up and are giving to this fund. So we will come together and we'll get past it. But it has been a tough week, and I don't want to understate that. And especially for people who have been suffering through the coronavirus, people who have lost their jobs, people who have been struggling to take care of their families. And then all of a sudden, here they come, power outages. They're losing everything in their refrigerators. Their ceilings are falling. They don't know where to go. They don't have fireplaces. They can't go to a hotel. They're sleeping in their cars. They're dying because of carbon monoxide poisoning, the hypothermia. There was a senior citizen the other day that was found in our home dead, and the cause was hypothermia. People are just trying to find ways to stay warm. And so this is the opportunity, the time for us to rally, to be supportive of one another. And we're gonna stay with it until we come through this crisis. But recognizing that even after we come through this crisis, for many people, for many families without means, this crisis will continue long past water pressure being restored and the lights being turned on.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.